Koshary is a very simple dish. Some pasta, rice, lentils, chickpeas, tomato sauce, and fried onions. It sounds like someone just mixed up a bunch of stuff from their pantry into a bowl, but it's a classic dish that existed for hundreds of years. It's believed that during the British occupation in the mid 19th century, Indian workers came to Egypt as it was in the middle of an economic boom. Indians brought their own dish, khichdi, which is believed to be the inspiration to the koshary. Egyptians later added tomato sauce and macaroni, the first to add flavor, and the second to replace the rice and add volume to the meal with the leftover pasta. Because at the time most Egyptians were poor and needed to stretch their dollars. Over time, koshary became popular enough that people started serving them in carts. Richard Francis Burton, who's notably known for translating A Thousand Nights and Night into English, described koshary as the breakfast Egyptians ate during winter time.
In winter it is more substantial, being generally a mixture of lentils and rice, with clarified butter poured over it, and a kitchen of pickled lime or stewed onions.
Jump to today and there are places that are made specifically to serve koshary, and frankly they're one of my most favorite things of all time. Koshary is a meal that I love. Not only is it cheap and delicious, but it's also one of the few meals that I eat with any health benefits at all. Every time I eat koshary, it's always a special memory to me. Whether it was going to Tom and Basal with my church friends, or a random shop after a day out with my family. It's a meal that has a very special place in my heart. But every time my mother tries to make it, it's never as good as a restaurant. Keep in mind, my mother is a very talented cook. This isn't a we have McDonald's at home thing. If she wants, she could destroy the clown in a 1v1. I know many people who could make amazing meals that are better than any fast food. But whenever they try to make koshary at home, it's never as good as the restaurant ones. It's just not even close. No matter what, the restaurant version will be better than any home-cooked version of it. Time and time again, I have seen these mortals who, in their hubris, think they can beat the king. There is no but better version of this. You could have Gordon Ramsay himself trying to make a better version with truffle oil and black garlic and edible gold or whatever, and it still won't be better than some random dude who checked out from like 5 years ago from a little hole in the middle of nowhere. Why? I have no idea. Is there a secret that only masters of koshary know and you have to like devote years to learn the ancient art? Maybe they do a secret ancient Egyptian incantation or spell or whatever that they put on the food and that's why it's so good. Maybe they just put crack in it, I don't know, but there's something wrong happening and honestly I don't even care, it's that good. So you can make this at home if you want to. I'll leave a recipe in the description and it's gonna be good, but it's not gonna be the same. The only way to experience it is to go to Egypt yourself and try it. So once the world stops being, buy a ticket and come to Egypt and get yourself a bowl of koshary. There's a bunch of things you should know when you go to one of these places. First, the bowls. Each place is gonna be different, but you're gonna have something like a 12-pound bowl, a 16-pound bowl, an 18-pound bowl, and a 25-pound bowl. You might be tempted to buy the 25-pound one, especially after a long day. Do not, I repeat, do not get it. It is huge. For some reason, these places have a plate size in case No Face from Spirit Away shows up and they need like a distraction to escape. Just get the medium-sized plate, and if you're still hungry, then number 2, kimela. What kimela is if you finish your bowl and you're still hungry, you can ask for kimela and they take your bowl and like add some more, like a third of the bowl. It's much cheaper than getting a second bowl and then having to carry that as leftover and then you're just carrying a bowl with you wherever you go. And number 3, hot sauce. While you're eating, you might see a bottle of hot chili oil on the table and think, you know what, I could go for a little kick. Be very, very careful. I don't know exactly where they get it from, but I'm 95% sure they import this chili oil straight from hell. Whatever amount you're going to put in there, put like a quarter of it and pray that you didn't make a huge mistake. Because if you do, oh my god, you're gonna get in for a bad time. You're gonna sweat like crazy. You're gonna keep drinking water, but you will never be quenched. Do you want to be known as the person who died from food? Trust me. From experience, you don't want that. Yes, I am dead. I have been dead for 4 years and the pain hasn't stopped. I know from this video it sounds like I'm not recommending you to try to make it at home. I am. I think it's a good dish, but if you make it, you're probably gonna be thinking, oh, it's fine. And you're gonna be like, why is this guy bragging so much about it? I want to at least explain what it means to me. To me, this meal means home. Like, I know that the only way that I can really eat it is in Egypt and nowhere else. Have you ever had a food that only one place can do it right and you have like a pride in that? Like In-N-Out pride. I know people who would defend In-N-Out to death if you say there's a better burger place out there. Like if you say like, oh, Shake Shack is better than In-N-Out, they would be like, you better take that back. I mean, it's not. Here's the thing. For the price of In-N-Out, it's good, but there's a reason why Shake Shack is double that price. You know? My point is, it's kind of like that In-N-Out pride, or that pride in your local pizza place, or that one place that you know no one else can replicate. It's the pride that knowing that if I want to have the best version of this burger, or this pizza, or this donut, or whatever, it's this one. This is my place. This is my little secret from the rest of the world that they just won't ever get it. That's what I have with Koshary places in Egypt. I'm actually, in a way, kinda glad that I can't make it at home, because if I could, I feel like I'd have less of a reason to go back to Egypt if I decided to stay in the US. With Western influence quickly taking over the Egyptian food market, with God knows how many fried chicken places that are popping up out of nowhere, I'm happy that I get to share a similar experience with my ancestors. To sum up, I love Koshary, and if you go to Egypt, I know you'd love it too. Thank you for watching.